Alright lads, how's it going? Welcome to episode 9 of the Morecambe Youth Academy career mode. I'm going to be trying something out today. I'm going to be doing 2 episodes. I'm going to be trying to do it every Tuesday, like a 2 for Tuesday offer. So the first episode will be coming out in the morning and the second will be coming out in the evening. Anyway, welcome to episode 9. Let's just get straight into this one. Alright, jumping into the first game of today, and it's an away league match against Swindon Town. The first chance of the game starts with Xavier passing off to McAvoy in the middle of the box. Eklund decides to make a run forwards, cuts back on himself, and with his weak foot, slices high and wide of the target. 26 minutes into the game now, and Woolery has the first chance for Swindon. Cuts back on himself, decides to dribble, and Fagan manages to push the shot wide of the target. Morecambe on the attack yet again in the 37th minute. Clark passes off to Xavier, wants the 1-2 with the Brazilian, eventually gets the ball back, but it's a weak shot and an easy take for Wade. Another attack here, and it's for Swindon this time. Terrible pass out from the back from Moore. Woolery gives the ball off to Iliev, and Fagan manages to save the ball, even though he can't really get it clear himself, relies on Leisman. Deary now running down the right hand side. Clark leaves the ball for Jan Eklund, but he skies his attempt, not really troubling the goalkeeper. McAvoy here decides to go on a run himself, cuts round his man, gets inside the right back and drills the ball into the near post to give Morecambe the lead just after the hour mark. The Northern Ireland striker, or it seems like he should be a striker anyway, gets his 7th goal of the season. A central midfielder that really has better stats than our strikers. Anyway, going on to a Swindon chance, and Woolery decides to roll the ball for Anderson. It's a great block from Leisman, and the secondary effort is well wide of the target. Woolery on the attack yet again manages to get past De Silva. Leisman is absolutely done inside the box, passes back to the penalty spot, and Swindon are off celebrating. 15 minutes to go, and they've levelled up the game 1-1. Shortly after, Iverson is running the ball forwards. He gives the ball off to Clark, spots the run of Jan Eklund, who's also picks up a booking in this time. His left-footed effort troubles the goalkeeper, but he manages to push it past the post to keep it at 1-1. The penultimate chance of the game. Here's Woolery running down the left like he has done all game, crosses the ball into the box. Fagan decides to punch, comes back to Woolery. Doughty has the ball on the edge of the area, but his shot is wide of the target. Morecambe's last effort of the game is McAvoy passing off to Clark. Clark turns, troubles the keeper, but the keeper does well to keep the game at 1-1, which means the points are shared at the county ground. And after that 1-1 draw away at Swindon, we're going to travel again, and this time it's to Plymouth Argyle. Plymouth absolutely dominated this game, and Morecambe didn't even have a chance, not a single chance in the first half. Albeit though, we had to wait until the 18th minute for Plymouth to have theirs, and it was Dom Telford slicing his shot wide of the target. Mayer has the ball here on the edge of the box, passes back to Byron Moore, and his shot to the near post is easily saved by Fagan. The last chance of the first half here, Telford has the ball 25 yards out, gives the ball to Mayer, and it's a brilliant diving save from Fagan to keep the game at 0-0. First chance of the second half starts with Sarcevic with a few nice step-overs, dragging the ball just inside the area, and a left foot shot isn't troubling Fagan whatsoever. The 67th minute saw Morecambe have their first chance of the game, and Clark is dragged down, chopped down really, by Aimson. It's a terrible tackle, and the referee sees that as a terrible tackle as well, as he picks up a straight red card, which means they are down a defender. From that free kick, Clark steps over and he looks to aim towards that top right hand corner, but it sails well over the crossbar. After that red card, Morecambe seemed to grow into the game as Eklund gave the ball to Xavier. Clark now finding Eklund yet again, whose left-footed strike is saved by the goalkeeper, and the last-ditch clearance means that Morecambe can't make anything from it. Plymouth here with the last chance of the game as Telford has the ball inside the box, and a left-foot effort is drilled into the side netting, and absolute heartbreak for Morecambe. 91st minute winner for Plymouth, and that does mean that Morecambe do lose their first game of the episode. Right, we've seen this before. ParkyOne in his office. Who's he got this time? He's only gone and got Victor Gomez. What a beautiful man. Morecambe's Aguero. Next up on the list was Salford City, and it's a home game, so that means we're back at the Globe Arena. This game didn't have many highlights, but the first one did come in the 4th minute. De Silva manages to find the new signing Gomez, gives off to Eklund, back to Gomez, but a sliding defender gets in the way of his shot. Salford's only real attack of the game started with Andrade passing the ball straight to Fagan's hands. He rolls the ball out and Zander Martin can't react quick enough. The ball ends up with Whitehead and forces Fagan to make another save. 19 minutes in time and it's that man Xavier starting another attack from Morecambe. Finds De Silva, gives the ball to Gomez who finds Jan Eklund all the way through, and the right footed strike goes straight past the goalkeeper to give Morecambe the lead in this one at the Globe Arena. You can see it again here, the Swedish right midfielder toe pokes the ball into the back of the net. There's not much the keeper can do, but that does mean that Morecambe do have the advantage. A couple of minutes later, Gomez is found yet again. Brilliant dribbling, gets past his man, spots the run of Brennan, but his right footed effort is pushed over the bar to keep it at 1-0. Only 7 minutes left now and Alvarez stands over a free kick about 20 yards out, decides to go for the knuckleball technique and ends up hitting the top of the bar, troubling the goalkeeper, but unfortunately didn't go in. Morecambe do come away from this game as 1-0 winners, with Jan Eklund getting the only goal. Okay, into the 4th game of today's episode, and it is another home game, this time against Macclesfield. The first chance in the 10th minute, Dale Stephens has the ball here, passes off to Ironside. Terrible defending from Lucas Eklund means Ironside does get the ball back and forces Romero into a diving save. From the resulting corner, their player manages to force Romero into another save, but yet again, he's showing his class between the sticks. Gomez here passing off to Lucas Eklund, giving it back to Morecambe's answer for Aguero, but his shot is blocked yet again. 9 minutes before the half here, and Lucas Eklund has the ball on the halfway line, drags the ball forwards, gives it to Gomez, spots the run of Clark, and Clark decides to go himself. A right-footed effort is absolutely powered into the back of the net with the assistance of the right-hand post there. You can see that again on the replay. Clark takes a step, composes himself and hits it straight off the side post and goes into the back of the net. Nothing the keeper could do there. 4 minutes before the half here and Clark has the ball yet again. Decides to assist Gomez this time. He drags it a bit wide and unfortunately the angle is too tight and he slices his effort. The first chance of the second half here. Ironside has the ball on the edge of the box, gives off to Harris and he slices his effort well wide of the target. Morecambe back on the attack now as Clark gives the ball off to Gomez. Clark started making the run now. He ends up going towards Brennan, filled the entire back line, but his right-footed effort is wide and not troubling the goalkeeper. Kelleher now on the left-hand side, crosses the ball over Leesman and the header collides against the bar with a second effort headed over. 9 minutes to go in this one and Morecambe still have the lead and they have another attack. Eklund passes the ball off to Brennan. Clark now links up with Gomez. Clark manages to grab his second of the game there. Gomez is becoming a brilliant little player for us, grabbing many assists for Clark and really helping his career progress. You can see there a great finish from the number 9 there, grabbing his second goal of the game, which means Macclesfield do lose to Morecambe as the game finishes 2-0. Going into the last game of the episode now, and it's Scunthorpe United at home. The first chance of the game does fall to Scunthorpe as Novak, in acres of space here between the defence and midfield, drags the ball forwards, plays a nice little 1-2 with Van Veen, but Leesman shows his strength and sends him on the floor. De Silva now with the ball, a nice back heel towards Gomez, spots the through run of Alvarez, takes a touch, composes himself and forces the keeper into a good save. De Silva now with the ball, gives the ball off to Eklund. Eklund's now opened up the space for Gomez, decides to chip it weirdly enough, but the left back is able to head clear. 60 minutes into the game now and Scunthorpe are back on the attack. Songo playing a nice little 1-2 with Van Veen. The striker now makes a run forwards, gets past Leesman and forces Romero into a near post save. From the resulting corner, Lund whips the ball in towards Burgess. It comes all the way out to Hallam. Hallam decides to try his luck from range, hitting the post. Last chance of the game here and Xavier drags the ball forwards, gives it off to De Silva, finds Gomez. A right-footed effort goes just over the bar and that does mean the last game of this episode ends in a goalless draw between Scunthorpe and Morecambe. Now after all those games it does see us on January 31st, which is deadline day, and you'll notice that we speed through this. Very minimal transfers actually happen in January in this type of career mode. We have signed Victor Gomez during that break, but other than that, there's a lot of loan deals that's happened, and you can see LeBlanc there, which probably will be too late, so we can't actually get rid of him. And Callum Moore there, which we don't want to get rid of because he's one of our starting centre-backs. But anyway, that is deadline day, all sorted and wrapped up. Rather than showing all these deals separately, I thought I'd show them all in one screen, and we've been active in the loan market, sending 13 players out on loan. You can see Turner has gone to Magdeburg, Mitchell has gone to Victoria Köln, Hughes has gone to some side in Italy, Dehaan has gone to Crawley, Leighton's taken Robinson, Victoria Köln have also taken Ritchie, Evans has gone to a side in Sweden, Mancini's gone to Bury, Lemens has gone to Kristiansund, Alfon has ended up at Macclesfield, we actually played him in this episode, Pino has gone to Puebla, Gilen's gone to Tranmere, and Beaumont has ended up at Oldham Athletic. So hopefully they all progress at their respective clubs. But anyway, after all that, 5 games and the transfer market done in this one, with 32 games into the season, we currently sit 4th, 3 points behind the automatic promotion spots, which are what I think we're going to aim for. I think 3rd place is probably our best spot to aim for this season. But anyway, we'll carry on with all the games next episode. But if you did enjoy this, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. You know what, guys, we'll see you in a bit.